Hi, I'm Emily, and welcome to Spring Into Your Practice Yoga. Today we're going to give the shoulders a little bit of love, strengthening, and also releasing. Come into tabletop position, hips stacked over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Find a neutral position, lengthening the back of the neck long. Inhale, dropping the chest, looking forward. Exhale, push into the ground, curling inwards. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, looking inwards. Inhale, letting the belly fall to the ground and expand. And then exhale, curling the belly inward. Coming into a neutral position, bringing more weight into your right hand. Slowly bring the left hand up to the sky, palm out and away from you. And then sliding it in between your knee and your hand out to a kind of 90 degree. So really facing the wall off to your side. Then bringing the shoulder down to the ground. Keeping the hips pretty stacked over your knees. Making sure the weight's in your shoulder and your hand. And then placing the head down on the ground. Maybe walking the fingertips of your left hand above your head and maybe over to the left side a little bit. Maybe feeling a nice stretch along the back of the shoulder blades. Walking the fingertips back in front of your face. Placing the hand down in front of your face, pushing firmly into the right hand. Bring the left hand back up to the sky, opening up and bringing it to the ground. Resetting. Weight into your left hand, right hand out and open to the right, and then slide the hand so it's straight out to the side, palm up, shoulder down, then the head down. Check in your hips, stacked over your knees, pretty much still and level. Then you can choose to walk the left fingertips out and over to the right side, above your head on the ground. With your fingertips tented, push in to the right shoulder on the ground, stretch out through the left shoulder and fingertips. A little bit of a twist like we did yesterday, but very much isolated into the shoulders. Walking the left fingertips back towards your face, planting the hand, pushing in to the left hand, coming back into a neutral tabletop position, tucking the toes, point your fingers out in front of you away and push back into a downward facing dog, bending one knee and then the other, or however you like to settle into your downward facing dog for the day. So maybe wagging your tail. Settling here into a downward facing dog. Looking forward at your hands and seeing what it would be like to lower your elbows towards the ground at the same time and at the same rate. They don't need to come all the way to the ground. Let's see how far you can bring them. And then bringing the elbows back up, keeping the gaze in between your hands. Try that again. So slowly lowering the elbows at the same time. Maybe they get to the ground. Maybe they tap, and then lifting the elbows back up. Rolling the shoulders forward, placing the knees down. From here, you can untuck the toes. You can come up into a plank at any point. But from here, you're going to drop just your chest down to the ground, squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back. And then exhale, pushing up, rounding the upper back just between the shoulder blades. Inhale, dropping the chest, squeezing the shoulders together on the back. Exhale, pushing up and away so the space between your shoulder blades gets nice and poofy and round. Inhale, lower, keeping the arms straight the entire time. The inside of the elbows pointing out and away from you. Exhale, pushing up. Again, you can always come up and try this on your plank from your plank position. Keeping the arms straight. Keep going at your own pace. Inhaling, lowering, squeezing the shoulder blades together on your back. Only come up to plank if you can keep the integrity of the whole rest of your plank position. And coming back down into your knees on the ground. Finding that place, you can play with it here quickly, finding that place more towards having your upper back poofed up, maybe not all of the way, but having that nice, stable, strong base. And then from here, shifting the shoulders past your wrists, keeping your belly strong and stable, slowly keeping the elbows in toward your sides, lowering all the way down to the ground. The belly hits first, the hips, then the belly, then the chest, then the head. Bringing your left arm out to the side, palm on the ground. Coming over onto your left side, maybe your right knee comes up towards your chest. And getting a stretch through the front side of your left shoulder here. Pushing into the ground with your right hand. Your head could rest on the ground still. Bringing the knee back down, rolling back onto your belly. Now the right arm goes long and out to the side in like a T position, the palm on the ground. Rolling over onto your right side. Maybe the left knee comes up a little bit. Pushing in to the left hand to accentuate the stretch on the front side of your shoulder. Head can come down towards the ground. Seeing if you're gripping anywhere, if you're holding tension, maybe in your face. Can you release some of the tension between your eyebrows, your toes, and your fingertips. Bringing the knee back down if it was up. Rolling back onto your belly. Hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. You can keep your knees on the ground, but pushing up very strongly, keeping the elbows in. Inhale, preparing, and then exhale, pushing up into your knees down tabletop or full plank position. Hold here for an inhale. And an exhale, one more inhale. Exhale, lower again. It can be a little bit faster than what we did before. Pausing here, seeing if you can hold yourself at about 90 degrees. And then exhaling, pushing up again. This time you can head back toward the child's pose. Letting the hands relax. Maybe you take the hands back towards your heels. Letting the shoulders roll down. Palms can be up if your hands are back towards your heels. Sliding the hands forward, using them to help you push up. Swing the feet out to the side and come to sit. Setting up for a reverse tabletop position. Feet about hips distance apart. Place your hands behind your back, fingertips pointing towards you, palms down. Spread your fingers wide. Pick a distance of your hands away from your butt that's going to give you the ability to open your chest up. So try that first, just pushing into the hands, opening up. Maybe trying flipping the hands, just see how that feels. Might feel different. Bring the hands back to face towards your seat. Seeing if you can use the engagement, pushing the hands down to lift up. And then when you're ready, push into your feet. Slowly lift your hips up. Bring your hips about to shoulder knee height. Keeping the back of the neck long. Trying to push into the hands to lift the chest. Roll the shoulders open. Here for another breath. And exhale, lower back down to the ground. Pause here for a moment. Coming up again, exhale, pushing into your feet, pushing into your hands, coming up. This time when you exhale, you can either come back to a seat or lifting out your toes off the ground, swinging back so your seat's in between your hands. Trying to push into your hands as much as possible. Coming back up into reverse tabletop. Your next exhale, swinging back or lowering down to the ground. Inhale brings you back up. One more time like this, swinging back or sitting down. Either is a great option. Coming back up. And this time exhaling, lowering down to the ground, crossing your legs. Whichever leg on top feels better. Hugging yourself with one arm on top of the other. Inhale, lengthen, and then maybe exhale, you bend forward. Maybe you just run into yourself from here. Maybe you come a little bit more forward. Maybe your elbows even touch the ground. Doesn't matter where you go. Just letting the shoulders release some. You could even use the hands to give a little bit of a massage. Letting the neck relax. Inhaling, coming back up, releasing the arms, releasing the legs, switching up the cross, so the other ankle and shin come in front. The other arm comes on top as you hug. Inhale, lifting and lengthening, and then exhale, rounding forward. Maybe swing your head a little bit from side to side, massaging out your shoulders if that felt nice the first side. Let each exhale pull you down to the ground just a little bit further, softening and releasing control to gravity. Inhaling, coming back up. Rolling over onto one side. Coming into a well-deserved Shavasana. The legs come out long. Feet can roll out. The hands come down to the side of your body. Taking a moment here to rest. From here, starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes, deepening your inhales and your exhales. So then rolling over to one side, pausing there in a fetal position, using your hands and your arms to bring you up to a seat. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.